I got a problem. I got a strange addiction. Somebody help me. I need an intervention. It ain't alcohol or weed. There's just one thing that I need. I got an addiction to fruit trees. Got an addiction to fruit trees. I take a persimmon to breathe. Hey, the next one I'm getting jujube. Got an addiction to fruit trees. Peace, family. Wasn't gonna get on camera because my hair's a mess. But out here working, it's pretty warm out here, but it's not too bad. It's more muggy than anything. But this week has been quite the week, to put it mildly, for my family and for myself. First off, on Monday, I was in a car accident with a dump truck. I'm alright though, but that happened on Monday, and I didn't really say anything and really didn't want to say anything because I don't know. I don't really like complaining about things, and I try to look at things, try to make the best out of different situations, or at least think about things in a positive light so it doesn't stress me out. But so that happened. That was Monday. Today is Saturday, the 21st, I believe. And I just told my mom about it yesterday. I hadn't really told anybody. But then just to fast forward through the other things that kind of happened. Thursday, me and Honey Bee were getting ready for work, and she actually left before I did Thursday. And probably like maybe 30 seconds or so after she walked out the house, she calls me. A tree fell. So, y'all know me, I'm a girl dad. Well, I'm a girl dad, a boy dad, but I'm also a fruit tree dad. So first thing I'm thinking is like one of my babies fell. But then I was like, well, if that happened, they're in containers. I'll just pick them up, brush them off, love them up a little bit, and they'll be all right. But I asked her, I said, which one? And she said, come out and look. And when she said that, I knew it was something, something different. So walk out the house to this. Yeah, so a second tree fell, which is kind of concerning. I mentioned to you all before that there was a tree that fell, I think it was like last fall during a thunderstorm. And it was struck by lightning. For some reason, lightning seems to be attracted to my area, to my property. We done lost like 3 TVs to lightning strikes. And then this tree fell. So, immediately you get like this overwhelming feeling of stress when things like that happen. And so I'm looking at the tree, and just to kind of figure out why it fell, because we had a lot of rain this week, and I'm thinking maybe lightning again. But then when I examine it, I noticed that it looks like something had been eating at it. And I guess with all of the water, it was just too much for it, so it fell. So, like I said, this was stressful, very, very stressful, on top of everything else that had been going on this week. So like the first thing you think is like, I don't know, you almost feel defeated. So then you call yourself trying to collect yourself, and I start thinking, well, we start talking about getting somebody out here to get it. So I was like, well, I'll call the people that chopped down the other tree that we had cut down. That one we had cut down because it was leaning towards our house. But then it was like, I thought about it, and I told her, let me try to handle it. Let me work on it this weekend and see what I can figure out. Because, I got this nice, new chainsaw, little Echo joint. It seems to cut through things pretty well. So, I'm all about trying to save money. So that's what I resolved to do. So that's what I've been working on, besides cutting my grass, because it was like looking like it's looking like a forest out here. Not a food forest, just a grass/weed forest. But I figured, let me try to take care of it. And I got a pretty decent amount done. I started working on it yesterday, and I've been working on it this morning. And I got a pretty good amount done. I think I can get it squared away. But I mean, it brings me to, the point that I'm trying to make in regards to inconvenient blessings. And that sounds like an oxymoron, like a complete contradiction when you say it that way. But, definitely things like this happen. The little accident that I had, that happened. It's an inconvenience. It's stressful. It's an inconvenience. But, in trying to look at things in a more positive light and not let things stress you and overwhelm you, it kind of forces you to just kind of look at things different. First of all, I was grateful that it didn't come down on those cars, which I need to move those. I need to figure out something with these cars. Also, excuse me, we got people in noisy vehicles that like to show off, but also I was grateful that it didn't smash my little bed here. It didn't smash my blueberries. It didn't smash my little elephant ear. I don't think I've even mentioned the elephant ear to you all. I planted that late just to see what I would get, and it's looking real good. I like those things. Maybe I'll plant them earlier next year, but as far as positives are concerned, positive is, we got a lot of materials for chop and drop, for one. We got a lot of materials for biochar. We got, potentially some firewood. So there's positives in this situation. I'm still trying to figure out what the positives were in that accident. I just know when that accident happened, it could have been a whole lot worse. I was definitely protected, and Honeybee made that point as well, that somebody was looking out for me. I just don't know what the positives were in that one. I don't know, maybe that was to kind of tell me that it's not my time yet, because I was going to be needed here to clean up this tree that was about to fall. But, I'm just trying to look at things in a positive light. And I try to carry that with me with any situation that seems overwhelming and, stressful and things like that. What's the positive? Like, are there any positives that you can immediately identify? And sometimes things happen and it takes some time to realize what the positives are. And then in some cases, it's not until after you solve the problem that you realize where the blessing was. So, yeah, this is a lot of work. And I haven't really been doing too well in the heat. Thankfully, today and yesterday and whatever, I've been doing pretty good. You know, my energy levels have been great. But, you know, the thing is, we're going to have situations that come up that are inconvenient, they're unexpected, situations that, you know, they may throw wrenches into your plans, situations that'll make you feel overwhelmed, and it'll just make you feel like, you know, why is this happening to me? But the thing that I try to remember is that it's not the situation. It's how do you handle the situation? What do you do in response to the situation? How do you deal with adversity? How do you deal with trials and tribulations and tests and things like that? How do you deal with it? You know, do you give in to the emotion that initially comes up? Or do you try to rise above that emotion? You know, and think of things in a higher light. You know, so yeah, this is a lot. This is stressful. Like I said, this whole week has just been one thing after the other. But, you know, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, this has given me a chance to, you know, get some exercise in, get some sun. You know, try to get things done before the rain start coming again, because they're forecasted to come. And then also to, you know, kind of prove to myself what I still have in me. You know, I'm 43. I turned 43 on the 9th of this month. And, you know, when I was younger, of course, just like anybody else, it was nothing for me to be out here all day and all night just working. You know, I know that I have to take it a little easier, but I'm not an old person. So, you know, it's giving me a good idea of like what I still got in me. You know, and the boy still got some steam. Plus I get to impress Honeybee. You know what I mean? So I figured I would make this video because we all go through adversity. We all go through challenges. We all go through, you know, just getting knocked around in life, man. But it's not the situation. Just remember, it's how you handle the situation. How do you deal with the situation? And how do you deal with the emotion that manifests, you know, through that situation? You know, pressure will bring out, you know, what you have in you that you may not know is there. So when it comes up, how do you deal with it? What do you do? So I'm choosing to handle this in the most positive light possible and just try to get this work done, man. And, you know, just be thankful for the blessing that came with it. So hopefully, you know, this will help somebody. And like I said, I'm all right, man. You know, I don't complain about things because, you know, believe it or not, I'm kind of a shy person, and I'm very private. And so, like, when people say things like, you know, I hope you're okay, and, you know, whatever, it just makes me feel funny. I mean, and I'm probably a weird person for that, but it just makes me feel funny. Sorry about that, but it makes me feel funny because I am a very private person. I'm a very shy person. You know, you may not think it because of these videos. These videos just kind of give me an outlet to just to kind of play out some of the crazy that goes on in my head. But yeah, so, you know, like I said, man, the whole thing with it is when you have situations that come up, just look past the situation. You know, look through the stress of the situation. You know, rise above the emotion that initially comes up and handle the situation. You know, and that way you're able to fully embrace and enjoy and be grateful for the blessing that may have come through that situation. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get back to work. You know, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.